Oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Thomas, hi. How are you doing? Yeah. I think I'm having a problem with the microphone. Maybe it needs to be charged or something. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. Let me know where you're watching me from, you guys. I usually don't go live mostly during the day. Well, yeah. I think the microphone needs charging, so it is what it is. Uh-huh. Doma says, fine, and you? I'm good. I'm good. I've missed you guys. I haven't seen you in a while, Thomas. How have you been doing? Rashimisha Landry says, hi. Hi to you guys. You can feel free to say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. How do you feel so far? How is life? How is life taking you? And there's something that I wanted to talk about when I came to this live. I wanted to us to talk about how do you stay motivated continuously without feeling like giving up, without feeling like, you know what, without feeling defeated. How do you stay on top of things without feeling defeated? How do you stay motivated even when it's inconvenient or like when you don't feel like staying motivated? My name says nice hair. Thank you so much. Rushimisha Landry says Arizona. Oh my God, what's the time out there? I know some people are waking up. For some of us, it's afternoon out here. Like out here, It's 2 p.m. Thomas says it's lovely to hear your sweet voice. It's raining outside. Oh my God! And let me tell you, out here it's sunny. Where I'm at, it's sunny. Okay, 4:11 a.m. So wow, it's morning for you guys. You're about to wake up. So I do have a question, you guys. How do you stay motivated even when things are not going your way, or like when you're feeling, you know what, maybe it's time to quit the whole being motivated thing. Maybe it's time to move on. How do you stay on top of things? Because honestly, okay, I'm usually like, usually have like a fire burning inside, like where I just stay motivated continuously. But sometimes it's not easy to stay motivated. So how do you stay motivated continuously without feeling like giving up? Thank you so much, everybody. Let me tell you, if you want to say hi, just say hi. I'm gonna read you out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Oh my God. Oh my God. During this modern day and like the lifestyle that we are living right now, the modern lifestyle, there's a lot of things that are there to distract us. There's a lot of scrolling that we can do. There's a lot of distractions that's out there. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay true to the path that you want to go to? Sarah Washington. Oh my God, how are you? Sarah, where are you? I usually know that you're from the US, but where are you literally from? You've been my fan for a little while. Okay, so this live, for those of you who usually join my live at night, you all know that we usually have some rules there. It's usually topics that are close-ended, but this one is literally open. Make sure you're subscribing. Let me know what you're thinking. How do you stay motivated? How are you guys staying motivated even when life is clearly not being easy for us? Samuel Francis says, good morning to you, Samuel Francis. Where are you watching me from? Welcome to the channel. And especially if this is your first time seeing me, say hi. Let us acknowledge each other. Yes, yes, yes. Those who are new here, karibu sana, feel welcome. My name is Wamboy. I was born and raised in Kenya. I think now I've been going live for like two months or something. God, I'm staying motivated. My birthday is literally next month, and I was just telling myself that I kind of need to keep going, because failure is hard to explain. So you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. So when you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. How are you doing? Lord. I think for black people in the channel know that I didn't put any effort to this hair today. I just showed up. But to most people, like, it's the most amazing hair they've ever seen. Oh, someone Francis, you says bonjour. Are you from France? Bonjour. Bonjour to you. Wow. Welcome to the live stream, guys. let's sub up. Let's sub up. I have a challenge of like hitting 1,000 subscribers before my birthday, which is next month. I think we are in May. Yes, I think we are in May. So I do have that challenge. Honestly, I kind of still want to like put on my microphone. Okay. So you all know that sometimes I normally read from this book. This is the book that I've been reading. I think I've been reading it for way too long. The Art of the Good Life by Rolf Dobelli. So that's the book that I've been reading. Sometimes once in a while, because you guys maybe don't have the book, I usually read some parts of this book to you guys. But welcome to the live stream. So, okay, for those of you where it's like during the day, what are you doing? What's your plan for the day? Are you just in the house sleeping? What are you doing today? What's your plan for the day? Okay, now today, sometimes I usually like to read from this book. There's this topic, inner success, why your input is more important than your output. Remember, you guys, I'm asking you, how do you stay motivated even when like it's not easy to be motivated? How do you stay grounded even when it's not easy to stay grounded? How do you stay on top of things even when it's not easy to stay on top of things? My name says how to stay motivated. Smoke a joint at the end of the day, keep your spirits high. But is that realistic, or is that sustainable? Is that a healthy way to like stay motivated? You know, I am talking about how to naturally stay motivated even when you're feeling like, I just want to, I just want to stop. But you know what? A joint is a good idea. Let me tell you, when you smoke a joint, is like you're just happy, and you kind of don't look at things the way people tend to look at things. Okay, but let me read this to you. Why your input is more important than your output. Why your input, like, I kind of, how I translate that, I think why working on yourself, working on putting into yourself is more important than output. God, I'm looking where I start reading on this one. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My name is Womboy. So this is an impromptu live. Thank you so much for being here. That one says, my name says natural motivation is called discipline. I think, wow, I think I need to write that down. Natural motivation is called discipline. Okay, staying on top of things, like wanting to keep going even when it's not promising. Feel like, yeah, I kind of see that that's discipline. That's just you showing up even when it's inconvenient. Thomas says, I've actually been traveling around Kenya for years now, including Nairobi. I also have experience with Kenyan women. My plan for today is to listen to you attentively. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. And we all know anybody who is, especially those who it's daytime in their country, everybody who is online right now just scrolling, we don't have a job. Literally. Or maybe some of us are working from home, who knows. Wow. Okay, God, I don't want to be boring and read a whole thing, but there's maybe okay, let's look at this. Remember, we are talking about why your input is more important than your output. Whichever way you look at it, the truth is that people desire external gain because it nets them internal gain. The question that suggests itself is obvious. Why take the long way round? Just take the direct route, okay? Most people usually don't focus on like their internal gain, okay? But I feel like so that you can stay motivated, you kind of like have to satisfy that inner soul, or like you have to stay motivated, or you have to stay true to yourself to stay motivated. For example, let me tell you, it's not easy for me to always show up on this channel. Well, it's growing on the pace of a tortoise. Okay, but do I want to keep going? Yes. Jadaida says, everyone, let's like and subscribe for this beautiful and gorgeous young lady. Oh my God, thank you so much. The notion that life is easy is a trap into which all of us stray from time to time. When you are young, especially, but not only then, the good life is not a trivial task. Even intelligent people don't often manage it. Why not? We've created a world we no longer understand, a world in which our intuition is no longer a reliable compass, a world full of complexity and instability. We attempt to navigate this opaque environment using a brain built for something else entirely, for the world of the Stone Age. Evolution hasn't been able to keep pace with the rapid development of civilization. While our surroundings have altered dramatically over the past 10,000 years, the software and hardware of our inner world, the human brain, has remained unchanged since mammoths graced the earth. Viewed from that perspective, it's not surprising we commit systematic errors in both abstract thought and in the concrete way we live our lives. That's why it's essential to keep a box of mental tools close at hand, something you can turn to again and again. Mental tools make it possible to see the world more objectively and act sensibly in the long term. As we take possession of these tools through daily practice, we gradually change and improve the structure of our brain. Often termed heuristic in the balance of psychology. These models don't guarantee you a good life. Okay, remember this book that I'm reading from is The Art of the Good Life by Rolf Dobelli. Okay, oh my god, this book, if like you're looking for a book to read, maybe for you to just realize how to live a good life, not a life full of pressure, not a life that you succumb to society, maybe this is a good book for you to read. Okay, and guys, remember I'm asking you, how do you stay motivated even when is not giving, or like even when the odds it's almost impossible for you to stay motivated? How do you stay motivated? That's what we're asking. If you have something that you can suggest, maybe tell us. So there's a lot of things that I can read from this book, but you guys make a point of getting yourself this book. Okay, let me look at something else that I can read for you guys. Remember, my name is Wambui. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Kindly subscribe. I'm doing a challenge. I'm gonna be doing a challenge this whole month of, I think we are in May. Yeah, my birthday will be next month. I'll be doing a challenge. You know, I feel like I've been doing this YouTube thing for way too long. I just need people to subscribe. Okay, have you ever poured into something and then you're like, oh my god, I just want it to work out? My name says some people pray to stay motivated and others smoke a joint. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be on the category where, like, when you're not motivated, you just smoke a joint and you stay motivated? Okay, honestly, if I have never taken a joint, I would maybe be here judging, but the fact that I know the feeling, how you just feel happy, honestly, I see why people get addicted to such types of drugs, because the way you feel, honestly, the feeling when you smoke a joint is not the same like when you take alcohol. When you take alcohol, it's just like you're high, but the way you feel when you smoke a joint, I feel like when you smoke a joint, the feeling that you're feeling before, it kind of gets louder. If you wanted to feel if you are feeling happy, you get happier, but if you're feeling sad, you get sad. And I feel like that's why people always blame such type of drugs when they do bad things, but the truth is these drugs only make how you felt bigger. So would I advise people to go for the drugs so that they can stay motivated? No. But maybe it could be a good way. I'm not judging anyone. Guys, welcome to the live stream. Kindly like the live stream and subscribe. My good name is Wambui. I normally go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So today we are literally early here. So thank you so much. Honestly, why am I live right now? My birthday is next month. I've been doing this YouTube thing for way too long, and I like to be honest, you guys. I just want to achieve something on here. Insatiable is my name, says good morning, God bless. Good morning to you. How are you? Where are you watching me from? Yeah, I know people who are saying good morning. You can say good morning right now from Caribbean, from the US. I always say right here that like I never understand the whole time zone. Okay, on the other thing that like I feel like everybody says, you know what? If you want to quit, keep going. I think people like to say stuff like that. But how do you keep going when you don't have money? Honestly, like I feel like money is the center to almost everything. How do you stay motivated when you don't have money? Because it's easy to stay motivated when you have some finances, but how do you stay motivated when you don't even have finances to even thrive and survive? How do you stay motivated in that case? Thomas says, I believe that one never stops learning or gathering new experiences, even in your country, where I've witnessed a great deal of corruption, but where I also have very good friends. That's true. That's true. Honestly, I, the fact is, I feel like in my country, the whole corruption thing, and I feel like in most African countries, why corruption is still going is because the leaders have decided to be corrupt, but also as a citizens, we've also embraced that. Like, for example, when it comes to getting jobs, when somebody says, you need to pay me $1,000 so that I can connect you to this job, what do? We look for the money and give the money and get the job. So what if everybody decides they're not gonna be corrupt? That's how it ends. But yeah, I feel like it's possible to experience two truths at the same time. Like you can witness two truths at the same time. Okay, guys, remember this is an open conversation. Let me know what you're thinking. And also, you're saying, how do you stay motivated in this modern world where like everything is all about maybe scrolling up and down? How do you make sure that like you stay true to your goals, you keep going? How do you make sure that happens? Okay. So, and also guys, I'm gonna read something. It's called The Secret of Persistence. The Secret of Persistence. Let me read. The Secret of Persistence. We systematically overemphasize doing above not doing, zeal above deliberation, and action above waiting. This is rooted in our evolutionary past. Our ancestors survived not by persistent and cooling their heels, but by decisive action. Okay, you got a joint? You wanna give me one? Why is everybody assuming that I promise it's just the look. It's nothing serious, black hole. Welcome to the live stream. The secret of persistence. Better to strike once too often than to stop and think. Hence action bias, our automatic inclination towards action in uncertain situations. Okay, so the secret of persistence, okay, no, don't be sorry, like I look like I smoke a joint, don't I? I would be the last person to sit here and lie to you that I have never or I don't smoke, but it's not my source of motivation, unfortunately. Remember guys, this is an open conversation. Kindly subscribe. Let's get me somewhere. Okay, kindly subscribe if you're enjoying this. And also, this is an open conversation, so make sure you're contributing or you're saying your thoughts. Still the same question, like how do you stay motivated even when it's so hard to be motivated? Okay, there's something here that I would like to read. Life stories are lies. The way we usually sit, maybe you're sitting in your house right now, especially those of us where like in our country it's still daytime right now and we are here online, which means we don't have something to do. Most of the time for some of us who don't go to jobs, like to regular jobs, we stay at home and the whole day we are watching people's life stories to get motivated, to feel like we are being talked to directly, to like so that you can say, God, if this person went through this, then I think I can go through more and I can persevere, and I know I can get out. Okay, maybe that's not our focus, but it usually happens. So life stories are lies. The American psychologist Thomas Launder was the first scientist to formulate a thesis regarding the amount of information an average person can store. Every technique he tried led to roughly the same answer. 1 GB, 1 GB. He didn't claim that this answer is precisely correct, but even if it's off by a factor of 10, even if people store 10 times more or 10 less than 1 GB. So according to Thomas Launder, a human brain can only store 1 GB of information. So that's why he's saying life stories are lies. It remains a puny amount. It's just a tiny fraction of what a modern laptop can retain. Human beings are not warehouses of knowledge. Okay, so I don't know, do you guys believe in life stories? Because when we are talking about how do you stay motivated even when it's difficult, most of us will say that you watch people's life stories. And this psychologist, American psychologist Thomas Lauder, says life stories are lies. I don't know if you guys believe in that. That kind of like makes me not to sit down and watch people's life stories anymore. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know, how do you stay motivated? Some people say that how they stay motivated is by smoking a joint. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Maybe some people are wrongly judging me because of my hair. But I would be the last one to sit here and say that that's not a possibility. Okay, make sure you're saying hi to me. Let me know where you're watching me from. We're talking about motivation. How do you stay motivated, especially in this world where like everything is about scrolling? You're sitting down here, for example, sitting down here, I'm scrolling, I'm seeing people living big. Okay, I'm seeing people living in one of the best places. Like I'm seeing people going for vacation. But then you're here wondering, like, what's going on with me? Okay, so how do you stay motivated in such circumstances? So that's what you're asking. Remember, this is an open conversation. Kindly contribute. Let me know where you're watching me from. Javier Lewis says hi, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? How do you stay motivated despite the odds? How do you stay motivated? Wow. I think we need to read this. Envy, something about envy. You know, when we talk about motivation, sometimes we get motivated by seeing other people succeed. Okay, have nice hair. Thank you. So I think some people will say that I am just doing the list. I didn't comb my hair, but some people will appreciate my hair. Thank you. I think we kind of need to read this. Wow, envy. Okay, you know, some people do get motivated by seeing others succeed, but some people just get envious. Whenever a friend succeeds, a little something in me dies. This is the author of the book says. Whenever a friend succeeds, a little something in me dies. How many friends? Okay, let me tell you. Let's talk about this for a while. I think I've seen me succeed in something, and then I can see something in maybe a friend, something in one of the family member have died. Honestly, and you just sit there wondering, like, don't these people want you to succeed? Don't they want you to achieve anything? I think I might want to read that. In case you've forgotten, here's a brief recap. Okay, so let me read this story. Snow White's stepmother and the current queen of the land is jealous of her stepdaughter's beauty. She hires a contract killer, a hunter, to bump her off, but he reneges on their agreement and lets Snow White go. Running into the forest, Snow White finds the 7 dwarfs. After her disagreeable experience with outsourcing the hunter, the stepmother decides to take matters into her own hands. She poisons the beautiful Snow White. Bertrand Russell considered jealousy one of the most important sources of unhappiness. Envy is, I should say, one of the most universal and deep-seated of human passions. Okay, I think hate is more powerful than love. Okay, because people say that love is one of the most powerful feeling that somebody can feel, and love can be one of the most motivating things that a human being can ever experience. But people say that envy and jealousy is one of the most powerful and dangerous thing that a human being can ever experience. Doma says, if you enjoy learning, including foreign languages, specifically my language, German, well, there is a, Jyothi Institute in Nairobi. I could help you. Wow, that's cool. That I know. I think I've seen that school before, but where that school is literally expensive. I just enjoy doing my class on Duolingo because it's way cheaper and yeah. Olaf says, Holly, my friend, how are you? I'm good. Welcome to the live stream. Doma says, I could also write a book about my adventures in Kenya. CJ says, hey, good evening. Your hair is so pretty natural. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. You guys, we are talking about how do you stay motivated when it's difficult to be motivated? How do you keep going? And I know I have seen motivational speakers. Sometimes I've sat here and I'm like, you know what? I just need some motivation. And turn on some motivational speakers and people's life stories. But is that enough to keep me motivated? And right now, because also some people get motivated by love, but others, their motivation is hate and envy. So that's why I'm reading one of these stories. Envy is, I should say, one of the most universal and deep-seated of human passions. Also, Russell, in an age when the social hierarchy is fixed, the lowest classes do not envy the upper classes so long as the division between rich and poor is not to be ordained by God. Okay, people do say that the division or the difference between rich and poor is ordained by God. Like, poor people are meant to be poor, rich people are rich because God loves them, but poor people are poor because I feel like they are meant to be a lesson. That's what the Bible says or something. Okay, what we are discussing right here, CJ, we are talking about motivation. How do you stay motivated even when it's almost like you're hitting a dead end? Like, how do you keep going? How do you tell somebody keep going when they don't have the finances to keep going? How do you tell somebody keep going? It will work out at the end of it. How does a person keep going? Olaf says, yo, you could make me moderated because I'm your friend. I know I could. CJ says, what's the discussion today? I think I just told you. How do you stay motivated even when you're hitting a dead end? Also, Russell, in an age when the social hierarchy is fixed, the lowest classes do not envy the upper classes. So as long as the division between rich and poor is not to be ordained by God. Beggars do not envy millionaires, though of course they will envy other beggars who are more successful. Write that down. I think I need to write that down. Okay? Did you guys hear that? Beggars do not envy millionaires, though of course they will envy other beggars who are more successful. Okay, you can only envy somebody that you feel like you're in the same social class. Because like right now, who is one of the most, I don't envy, who envies Elon Musk? Maybe fellow billionaires, but nobody who is like poor or middle class envies such a person. Let me type that. Okay, welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Womboy. Okay, beggars do not envy millionaires, though they do envy fellow beggars. Oh my God, food for thought. The instability of social status in the modern world is the equilibrium doctrines of democracy and socialism have greatly extended the range of envy. Our age is therefore one in which envy plays a particularly large part. Okay, so because we are still talking about what keeps people motivated. Some people get motivated by love, but others get motivated by hate. Others, for example, like me, I say that like something that motivates me so much is poverty. Okay, poverty motivates me because honestly, I just don't want to be poor. Okay, so I feel like that literally motivates me so much. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much for being here yet another day, and we are still gonna be going live later on today. You're still gonna be going live later on today. Okay. Doma says, I'm surprised by you. Did you study a specific field? Yes, I did do community development and social work, but mostly I have done most social sciences like psychology and all of that. So what's surprising? What's the most surprising part? Okay, what's the most surprising part? So I feel like so far we can say like why do people stay motivated? What motivates people? I think people are motivated by several things. It depends with like where somebody is from, how they were raised. People are motivated by different things, and it also depends on where these people are at in life. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, like I don't know if I don't feel like we could sit here and say this is why people are motivated, this is why people are not motivated. The truth is, it's either people are motivated or they are not. Isaac Moore says hi to you, Isaac. Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. We're talking about how do you stay motivated even when you're hitting a dead end, like you almost know that you'll never make it. How do you stay motivated? Okay, how do you stay motivated in such circumstances? How do you stay motivated? Because I feel like most motivational speakers say, oh, stay motivated, keep going. But how do you keep going? How do you keep going? Okay, how do you keep going? Remember, if you want to refer to everything that I've been saying on this live stream, this is the book, The Art of the Good Life by Ralph Dobelli. I would say like for those who like reading self-help books, this is a good book. And also let me know what book have you read lately that have like blown your mind away. It could be a story book or a fictional thing or like a motivational one. Okay. I think there's a book that I read that blew my mind is The Mountain Is You. The Mountain Is You. I don't know, I don't remember the name of the author, but that book literally changed my life. That book changes the way you see relationships, the way you see people, the way you see yourself. The Mountain Is You is a book that basically say that like you're literally the problem. Honestly, that you're the one who is supposed to say that The Mountain Is You is a book that mostly emphasizes that like you're the one who is in control. It's only that most time we don't know that like you're in control. So let me know which book that you ever read that changed your life, and maybe you would recommend for people to read. And when you recommend a book, honestly, I'll read. So welcome to the live stream. My good name is Omboy. Kindly guys like and subscribe. I'm doing like a challenge. We all know that I normally go live at night, so still today I'm gonna be live at night, 8 p.m. Kenyan time, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So convert that to your local time. But still I'm doing, next month is gonna be my birthday. I just want to see how much can I go on this YouTube, like how far can I be able to motivate myself and to keep going. Okay. Let me pin whatever I did say here. Beggars do not envy millionaires, though they do envy fellow beggars. Hey. I think that should be written somewhere. Doma says, I don't envy millionaires. You are personally responsible for what you make of your life and how you achieve a good income. I think you are responsible for what you make out of life, but also your environment, your background do matters a lot. Okay, let me tell you, some people, it depends even with the place, the country, the opportunities that are there. Although I do agree with you, like you're responsible for what you make out of life. MKO Abiola says, how far away are you? How are you doing? First of all, Abiola, I'm in Kenya. I was born and raised in Kenya. How are you doing? So how do you stay motivated even when you're hitting a dead end? So Thomas, I do see what you're saying. What you make of your life and how you achieve a good income. Okay, yeah, I see. You know, I feel like there is limited opportunity. There is, okay, not limited. When you look at life, or like when you look at a specific field, let's say, for example, I'm a social worker. If I look on the field of social work, maybe in my country, I can see that there's limited opportunities. But if I look at the world as a whole, and like this, I feel like there's unlimited opportunity. There's so many things that you can be able to pursue and to make money out of. But it's not easy when you don't have money to start, you know. Charles Seymour says, good day, mom. Oh, good day to you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. Guys, let's sub up, you guys. If you tune in, kindly subscribe. Let's grow. Let us grow together. Thomas says, education is the key to success. Even if some are denied that education, parents are responsible for their children's future. Parents are responsible for their children's future. You know, education is the key to success, but for it depends with the country that you're talking about. Some of us here, like, we are educated, but we don't have jobs, or like there's no opportunities. Okay. For example, I am educated, I do have a degree. But can I say that education is the key to success? Yes, I can say that, because through education I know so many things. I'm able to pursue so many things. I'm able to conduct myself as an educated person. But I don't think it's the only key. Unless the world is an open space where, like, if you don't have an opportunity here, you can just go to another place and have opportunities. Charles Moore says, riches are different from wealth, which also is different from fame and fortune. Riches different from wealth, and also so what's riches? Can you maybe help us to be able to define all those things? Riches, wealth, fame, and fortune. You know, I feel like fame is one of the most unfortunate things that sometimes happen to people, because I feel like when people get famous, you know, most of the time you can get famous and you can be able to convert that into real money. But most of the time, I feel like fame destroys your life. And that's just my opinion. I feel like most times, okay, fame is a good thing because it opens doors for you, opportunities, you know. But is it necessarily a good thing? Dr. Demon, hey, yo. Hi to you. Good to see you. How are you doing? Guys, when you join in, kindly guys, like and subscribe. You're watching. Okay, can you maybe also subscribe from hell? From heck. Sorry. Welcome on here. So, Dr. Dimal, tell us, maybe from speaking from that side, how do you stay motivated even when you hit a dead end? How do you stay motivated? How do you keep going? How do you say, like, you know what, I'ma keep going, don't care, I'ma keep going? Okay. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. My good name is Womboy. Thank you so much, you guys. We are talking about how do you stay motivated. Sarah Washington says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Sarah. Good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream, you guys. I was born and raised in Kenya, if you're wondering. I usually go live every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So, you know what, you guys, you can do me a favor by liking and subscribing. Okay, I'm doing it. I literally want to just, Sarah, she says, okay. Thank you so much, Sarah. How do you stay motivated even when you hit a dead end? AG says, my African country doesn't provide food, and I'm African, I have no money, I'm hungry. You came here, I think, last night also. Oh, you haven't found help. Sorry for that. Thomas says, I know it's difficult to raise school fees in Kenya, and for many single women, it's surely a struggle because the fathers don't get involved. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the areas that we should fix as a country. Yeah, I think that's one of the areas. Sarah says how she gets motivated to keep going. Motivated by the bills I need to pay. Okay, you know, me personally, I usually say that my motivation is poverty. My motivation is poverty. God, let me tell you, if you've ever been so poor, you know what I'm saying. Like, you don't even play about these things. Like, you poverty motivates you, like makes you to keep going or to even wake up. The thought of like being poor, Lord. AG says, what is wearing? Oh, I'm not wearing a wig. This is my hair. Look, it's not wig, it's my hair, but thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Sarah Washington says, fathers are important, very important, very important. When you look at like countries, for example, like Kenya, where men have decided to like be impregnating women and leaving them alone. Also, women have decided to get pregnant and carry the baby to terms, because I feel, I think I'm pro-choice. You know. So, and also there are men who still stay in children's life but also be very abusive to the women, you know. I feel like fathers are important, but most of them are just, I don't know, possessed. Welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know how you stay motivated when circumstances are not the best. How do you stay motivated? Make sure you're saying hi. Let's sub up, you guys. Sub up. Okay, and also you guys have been reading from this book, The Art of the Good Life by Rolf Dobelli. We've read about envy. You know, some people get their motivation from being envious and jealous. Okay, so we've read about envy. Also, I think another thing is like life stories are life. Some people get motivated by other people's life stories. This book is somewhere that says like life stories are lie. There's also something, another book that says, it's the Book of Worries. Okay, it says, don't worry, be happy. Period. Don't worry, be happy. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter if you're going through the worst time. You just be happy. But I think it's so easy to say that until you're in a position where you want to be happy, but you cannot. Notice that people who are told to relax rarely do. You know, even when you're in like a fight or something, when somebody says, you know what, relax, they don't usually do it. Okay, I think this is a very nice book, especially for people who like self-motivation or like self-help books. This is a good book. Let me know a book that you've read that have changed your life. For me, I think I would say The Mountain Is You is a book that I would 100% recommend for people who are going through relationship issues, for people who are looking for motivation. For some of us who are not motivated, I think that's a very good book. But also this one is good. This one is good, but it's not as great as like The Mountain Is You. Okay? Not as great as The Mountain Is You. Wow. So, and I hope you guys are seeing what we said. Do you agree with like, beggars do not envy millionaires, though they do envy fellow beggars? Okay, you know, because honestly, that's that, and I feel like that's basically the truth. Because there's no day that I've ever envied Elon Musk. Like, this is just another character that I know that have money. But when somebody who is doing like, we are in the same financial class, we are doing the same, almost the same financially. When they are doing better, then it's like that's a problem. Like, why are you doing better than I am? Okay, so maybe that's food for that. Beggars do not envy millionaires, they do envy fellow beggars. That's it right there, you guys. Okay, you only envy people that are in your own social class or your own social status. Okay. Oh, I think in conclusion, what we can conclude when it comes to the topic, could you put your book recommendations online? Yeah, maybe I could. Yeah, I will. Right, I think I've read several books. I've read fantasy books. I've read self-help. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, but this one is a good book. This one is a good book. Yeah. So you guys, I think what I wanted to say is motivation. I think like people are motivated by different factors. Some people are motivated by the bills, like Sarah said. Others are motivated by hate. Others are motivated by love, like you love your wife so much, you love your kids so much, you want to provide for them, and that's what motivates you. So other people are motivated by poverty, like I am motivated by poverty, the thought of being poor, because I've grown up poor and that's what I've known. So the thought of being poor like just gives me shivers. Yeah, so I feel like people are motivated by different reasons. You just gotta look for a reason to stay motivated, because this life, I just realized you're just gonna hit dead ends or like rough ends so many times. But the question is, will you keep going or will you quit? Okay, and that's a question that we are the only people who can answer that. So I know it's not easy to stay motivated, but we gotta stay motivated, especially in this day and age where like it's all about scrolling, it's all about fast dopamine. You know, yeah, personally, I think I'm trying to be like, what is it called? To kind of stop myself, because honestly, most of the time I just sit here and I just scroll. I would rather turn on a TV show than like just scroll, or like I would rather turn on something when I get to something and I just watch that, because the whole TikTok thing, swiping thing, God, it's have been killing me and like making me not feel motivated, making me to feel like no, not really. Okay, guys, like the live stream, share the love, subscribe. Doma says, I hope you're getting along well with your life, but that you haven't been cheated on yet or had false promises made to you. But life is beautiful, even if there are setbacks sometimes. Okay, yeah, there are setbacks. Life is beautiful, even. Yeah, I am getting on with life well. Elo Jojo says, hello, lovely topic, you hit the nail. Thank you so much, Elo Jojo. Where are you watching me from? Okay, and also maybe you guys, let me know what motivates you. Kion, it's been a minute. Welcome back to the live stream. How are you doing? I know you're gonna ask, is she still streaming? yes, you guys. Let me know what motivates you, and you can read what I just wrote right there on the screen. Beggars do not envy millionaires, though they do envy fellow beggars. So think about things when you're thinking about envying people and stuff like that. Think about like, should you even try to like even do better so that you don't envy the type of people that you do envy? Because one of the feelings that human beings don't accept is the feeling of jealousy. But I feel like it's a valid feeling, but most of us don't want to accept it. But it's literally a valid feeling. Okay, welcome to the live stream, you guys. We've been talking about how do you stay motivated even when you hit dead ends? How do you keep going even when you don't have finances? How do you keep going how do you keep even living even when you don't have reasons to keep living? Like this morning I was talking to a friend of mine, and like I think we were talking about different things, and like we were laughing about she was telling me about like the way she can't think about even deleting herself. Like she literally loves herself so much But it got me thinking, how do you keep going? Okay. Kiel says, good, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you have something that maybe you're typing, kindly type before we wind up on the topic. Ella Joseph says, I'm telling you, instead of looking at big people, instead of envy fellow people who are, instead you envy fellow people who you are in the same levels. That's just the truth. Unfortunately, that's just the truth. Like, because think about it. Have you ever envied? You can even think about the president of your country. Do you ever sit down and envy them? But let me tell you, if you literally knew them, or you're in the same political class, you're in the same financial, you would maybe envy them. Okay. Think about it. These great people. Do you ever sit down and feel like, you know what? I envy the president of United States. You don't ever sit down and think stuff like that, because those people are way out of your league. You even don't think about them like that way. Elijah says, money keeps me motivated and staying happy because we take one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. Zara Lifestyle says, hello from India. I'm Zara. Welcome, Zara. How are you doing? What keeps you motivated? What makes you to keep going? I'm poor, but compulsive shopping helps too. Oh my! I think for us, I don't want to say poor people, but for us struggling financially, I think shopping helps. But I don't know why for people who are not doing good financially, like why do we like shopping? Okay, wow. Zara Lifestyle says, how are you? I'm good. Ella says, we don't even look up to the president. Honestly, we don't. We honestly don't. But I feel like it's just because they are just way out of our league. Maybe fellow presidents envy them. Former president envy the current presidents. Maybe a current president envy a former president. That's just how it is. I think you only envy according to your own political class. So the next time you envy somebody, think about, like, are they doing good? Are they doing better, or are you just envying poverty? Like, are you envying because they're in the same social class like you? Zara Lifestyle says, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Welcome here. Feel free to make yourself comfortable here. Guys, let's sub up. Let's subscribe. I don't even think people do think of envying elites. Maybe their fellow counterparts will envy them. Yes, that's just what it is. And that's why I did type what I did type, even though I found it in this book. That's why I'm telling you guys, if you've been thinking about getting a book, a copy this one. Beggars do not envy millionaires, though they do envy fellow beggars. That's just what it is right there. Okay? That's just what it is right there. Poor people don't envy rich people. They envy fellow poor people. When they see a poor person is trying to do better, you want to pull them down. Okay? Guys, welcome to the live stream. Make sure you are telling me what keeps you motivated. What makes you to want to keep going? Okay. I think we are winding up. You're gonna end the live stream in like 4 minutes. So if you're still typing, kindly do type right now. Sarah Washi says double tap. Yes, you guys, double tap the screen, double tap the screen. I can't wait for when this channel literally grows and like there's almost everybody in here, because I know I have put in so much work into this. But when you think about it, that's the price that you gotta pay. You gotta pay the price, you gotta pay the price. You gotta pay the price. I don't want to fail. Okay. Elijah says, funny enough, I see this online and even on YouTube. The envy or It is well. Okay, I know it is well. It is well, guys. If you're typing, keep typing, but be quick because we are gonna be ending in like 4 minutes. I think this was a good show for an impromptu because I normally go live at night. We are still gonna be live at night, 8 p.m. Kenyan time, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So if you're in another country, convert that to your local time. You can always find me here, guys. Share my channel. Make sure you're watching. Let's, you know, I'm having I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going because something also that motivates me is just like I just want to know how far can I go? How far can I go? Okay, how far can I go? That's something that I want to know. I want to always know that. How far can I go? Maybe I might go so far and then realize I'm headed nowhere, but I want to know how far can I go? How far can I? And that's, I think that have also been my motivation when it comes to moving around. I usually don't stay in the same place for a long time because I want to know how far can I go, because I believe like go as far away from home as possible. There will always be a flight back home, or there's always be a matatu back home or a car back home. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the live stream. If you just joined in, kindly like, subscribe. So you guys are gonna catch me tonight at 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is 8 p.m. Kenyan time. Convert that to your local time and we can find each other here. So at night we usually have like fixed topics, so we mostly focus on the topic. I think, yeah, you have a lot of reasons to subscribe on here. Charles says peer pressure and fear can make you do anything. I know. That's also another thing. God, oh Lord, may the Lord God help us, because yeah, honestly right now I just don't want to be influenced. But that's the problem with, like, that's why we need to stop scrolling, my friends, especially when you're watching somebody who is living, maybe they are your age, 20 years old, but they're doing way better. They have 2 cars, but you barely have a motorbike, or like a motorcycle or bicycle. You barely have a bicycle and you're like, oh my God, will I go and rob or do something? Okay, so you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Is anybody typing? Let me give you a second. Okay, I dislike ending and like leaving people with thoughts. Okay, so I think you're gonna catch each other later on. I think this is a good idea. If I'm not busy during the day, maybe I'll be doing 1 hour and then we catch each other later on. Sarah says yes. Okay, welcome here. Okay. So nobody is literally typing. So thank you so much everybody for tuning in. So see you later on at night, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 5 p.m. GMT. So convert that to your local time. See you then. Okay, thank you so much for being here.